She was working in a bridal shop in Flushing, Queens, till her boyfriend kicked her out in one of those crushing scenes. What was she to do? Where was she to go? She was out on her fanny. So over the bridge from Flushing to the Sheffield's door, she was there to sell makeup, but the father saw more. She had style, she had flair, she was there. That's how she became the nanny.
I feel like I got famous, I got cancer, and I lived to talk about it, so I'm talking. Bad things happen to good people, but what we do with it and how we grow through it and what becomes of us as a result is what makes all the difference. Everything that led up to this is the reason why I'm here, including illness, being a victim of a violent crime, you know, being happily married to a gay ex-husband. All of that informs my passions and my platforms, which of course is, you know, led by my health advocacy and the Cancer Schmancer movement. My husband and I, when I was going through chemotherapy, would say like a mantra, Cancer Schmancer, and it would get us through the moment. You know, Cancer Schmancer means cancer is not the boss of me. So it took me 2 years and 8 doctors to get a proper diagnosis of uterine cancer. I got in the stirrups more times than Roy Rogers. And every doctor had a different reason why I was experiencing these random symptoms. I had terrible leg pain on the left leg, which actually Gilda Radner talked about in her book as well. And I was told that I had restless leg syndrome and should drink gin and tonics before going to bed. And they said my stool changed because I was eating way too much spinach and to cut back on, you know, my roughage. And that my breasts were so firm because I had the, quote, tits of an 18-year-old, which I do, but... You know, there I was in need of roughage with perky breasts, going to bed sloshed in some vain attempt to cure myself. When all the while I actually had uterine cancer. Both President Bush and Laura had recommended me to the State Department. I said to him, lame duck, schmame duck, all's well that ends well. Let's take care of the ladies. Let's do something to save women's lives. And so they recommended me to a program to become a public diplomacy envoy for women's health issues. I was vetted. I passed because I'm a good girl, and it's a position that I'm proud to say that I continue to hold to this day. And the State Department sends me throughout the world to our allied nations to speak to people like I'm doing here. Well, I think that I always probably had an ambition to become more of a public speaker and become someone that is more involved in policy and doing things for the greater good. And I think that my life experience has led to this, you know, having it come to fruition. All roads lead to Rome, and education is Rome. How we educate the youth is of paramount importance. They are the generation that will inherit our country and the world. And so how we prepare them for that is very essential. We have to be thinking about the things that make for better human beings, more compassionate human beings, more philanthropic human beings, people that are more psychologically aware, that have greater insight to themselves and aren't just reactive or fear-driven. Thank you.